Hey guys, it's Beth and welcome to a speed build. It has been a very long time since I have been able to play The Sims. I have had a lot going on in life. We had dealt with a move and trying to get all settled in with that. So it definitely has been a while, but I have lately been back to playing The Sims and I couldn't be more excited. I have a lot of stuff planned that I would like to do, but this speed build here is going to be a family home. I plan on doing a Let's Play with my sim to go to university. I have not played with the university pack. There's been so many packs that have come out in between this time, but I do not have any of the new ones, which I really want them. They all look fun. Like the one that recently just came out was the high school years pack. That looks really, really fun. So it really made me want to play with the university pack since I don't have the high school years pack yet. But for my university, I am going to be doing a Let's Play with my sim named Elise, and this is her family home. She lives in a family of four, a mom, a dad, her, and then her brother. Her mom's name is Anya, and her aspiration is Lady of the Knits. I thought it would be really fun to have her be a stay-at-home mom and just want to do a bunch of crafty things, which she does have a craft area in this house that I figured would be all hers, but she loves to teach the kids knitting as well. That's her main thing, is knitting. But the dad, I have his aspiration as the archaeology scholar, so you'll see that I put an archaeology table in the back. I've never played with the archaeology aspiration, but I thought that that would be pretty neat for her dad to have, which we probably won't be messing around with that a bunch, since I do plan on playing with Elise mostly, which Elise, I do have her as the academic aspiration, and she'll be going to Brightchester for literature. She loves to read, and I figured that would be so fun to do, would be to have her write her own books, but focus on school for that, which I think it is a distinguished degree, which I haven't played much with that, so I don't know what extra you have to do, so I'm really excited to get into that as well. And then her brother, Devin, is a friend of the world, but he's also really into fitness, so I have a basketball goal that I put out. I have a basketball goal that I put in the front of the house, which he plays with a lot. And he does a lot of jogging and fitness too, but he wants to be a friend of the world, so he'll probably be pretty popular. And he's a teen. And then Elise just aged up to a young adult, so she'll be going to university. But they also have a dog named Kona, which reminds me of Kona ice, you know, like the shaved flavored ice, which is so good. But it's a little like black schnauzer, so you see me add some dog stuff in here, which at the time I was building it, I didn't know if they would have a dog, but I really wanted them to, so they did end up adopting a dog, which you will see in our Let's Play. But here I'm kind of working on, now that I've talked a whole bunch, I'm getting into the build, but we are working on the bottom floor, and the kitchen and the dining room's all kind of one room, which I do end up making this room, the house, bigger, so it will end up being bigger and I will have to rearrange some things, but for the most part this is what it will look like. The kitchen and the dining room are all going to be one room, and then off of that, kind of connected to it with an archway, is the living room. And it also has a laundry room off the kitchen, and then you see the entryway there with the stairs on the side. It took me forever to figure out this layout, so I cut a lot of that out because it took me forever to make up my mind. But it does seem a little bit cramped, but when I do make the rooms, well, the house bigger, it definitely feels much more natural and not so cramped. So I was happy that I did that. Here I am just cluttering up the kitchen. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to put in here, and since it'd been so long since I had played The Sims, I couldn't find anything. I felt so lost, but I eventually get into it and have a really fun time with it. I really wanted this to be not a really cluttered home, but a lived-in home, since it is a family home. You know, they've spent many years here growing up, so you'll see like like artwork on the wall that the kids have done and like parent boards. I used a lot of things from the Parenthood pack. But yeah, here's the little thing on the wall that has like kids drawing on it. I thought that was perfect. And then the parent board, and then I just try to make it feel lived in and comfortable, like a cozy home that you just want to spend your time in, because they did grow up with a decent family, like childhood. Their mom and dad are still together, and it was just like a loving home. That's kind of what I wanted the feeling to be like. And I didn't want it to feel like a brand new home. I wanted it to feel kind of like they've kept up with it. So some things seem renovated and then some things don't. Like I imagined these couches as something that they've had since their parents had first got together. And so they're a little outdated, but I do love the way that it looks and that it ends up feeling. And then I wanted to get a bookcase on either side of this fireplace, but I'm not able to at the beginning until I make the house bigger. And then when I do make the house a little bit bigger, I am able to get 2 bookcases on either side of the fireplace, which looks really nice. But I just am decorating it up. And this room was kind of awkward shape. So I did kind of fix it there. I butted the corner out the other way, and that opened it up a little bit more, but it really gets opened up when I make the house bigger. And then this is just like a small half bath downstairs, where they can go to the bathroom and wash their hands. And then the showers are both upstairs, which I do end up getting a bathroom attached to the master bedroom, and then also a bathroom on the second floor just for everybody to use. So there is plenty of bathrooms. There's like 2.5 baths. And then this is just a little entryway. I do some cluttering up. I love putting these 2 tables together to make it look like one big table. I love the way this table looks. It's just rustic and homey. But I get a little lantern on there, and then some, I went ahead and put some fall cards on there since we are going to be starting in the fall season. I didn't fully decorate it as a fall home, but I did put those on there just because we will be starting in the fall time. I am also wanting to build a fall family home. I think that would be so fun. I love fall time, and it's almost fall time here, so I'm just kind of getting in the mood for fall. But here I am doing the laundry room. I love the way that this laundry room turned out. It just seems like the perfect size laundry room. I also put a clothesline in the backyard, just in case your dryer breaks, because that happens a lot, I feel like, in The Sims. So there's 2 options for laundry in this house, and laundry can sometimes get overwhelming, but I love playing with it. So I definitely wanted to add it in this family home. So here I am outlining the upstairs, which this did not take me as long to figure out. So it was a lot easier than the downstairs. And then I do realize that here shortly when I'm doing the parents' bedroom, I do realize that this is when it's kind of too small. So I do make it bigger as I'm working on the upstairs. But I was going to block off this upper room as well with a door, but I decided to leave it open, and that's going to be Elisa's bedroom where she grew up. And then the brother, Devin, his bedroom is downstairs right beside the parents' room. And then the landing on the second floor, that's where the mom's crafty stuff's going to be, like all of her knitting stuff. I also put a cross stitch little basket in the master bedroom as well. So if she wants to get into that, she can do that. She's just very, very crafty. So there's multiple options for her to do those. And then, but that landing area, that's going to be her craft area. I put pretty much everything we got with Nifty Knitting in that room. And then the little ensuite to the master bedroom, it's pretty small. I do get a shower and a toilet and a sink in there, so they can definitely use that, which is nice. I wanted to get like the shower tub combo, but it was way too small. I couldn't fit it in there. But I am decorating the parents' bedroom right now, and I loved how I did like the shiplap wall behind the bed. I thought that was so cute. And it definitely brings another cozy factor. And I wanted to bring in some of those, like, those flowers that the kids can make. It looks like the kids can make. I thought that she had kept those from when they were little, and she just kept them on her bedside table to have, and which I kept buying, or not buying, I kept finding things in the buy catalog that I would find that I think would be perfect in another area. So like I would always be going up and forth, up and down, back and forth, all over the place, adding things, which probably gets a little bit dizzying and probably will make you sick. And I apologize for that. I'm definitely need to get better on like my camera movement and remembering things, but that'll just come with time. So I am getting back into it and I'm really excited. But here I did make the house bigger, so there's a lot more room. I'm able to finally get a dresser in the master bedroom, which I wasn't able to do before, and they really needed a dresser, which they could have just added a mirror and you could have changed it in the mirror, but I like them having an actual dresser, so I do get that in. I put a little bit of clutter on it. And then I move on to their bathroom. And then I think I move on to the brother's room, Devin's room after this. But I am really excited for the high school years pack that just came out. If you guys have played it, you definitely should leave a comment down below and let me know how you are liking it. It seems very fun to go to high school with them. Some of the videos that I've watched, I know that they said like the high school is like very big and it takes a long time for the students to walk across it. I cannot wait to see all the builds that everyone comes out with now that we have the high school pack. I feel like there's going to be a lot of great builds, and I am obsessed with Harry Potter. If you've watched some of my earlier videos, I am working on the Burrow right now. It is like 16 hours of recorded footage, so it's taking me quite a long time to get that video put together, but I think that it would be so fun to use the new rounded walls update that came to make the castle Hogwarts. It's going to be such cool to see all these builds people are going to come out with. There's going to be like castles and all kinds of things that people can do. And I think it's just really exciting and really fun. But this is the second bathroom upstairs. I tried to make it a little bit more fun with a little bit more pops of color, because the bathrooms did seem pretty gray and white. But this one, where most people would probably use, I tried to do it a little bit more colorful. And then yeah, here I am moving on to Devin's bedroom. I love how this desk looks underneath the bunk bed. It fits perfectly, and I just like all the little books and the notepads that are up on the top. I love the way that looks. But I just added a lamp and a rug. I get some posters in here and a dresser with some clutter on it, and then a mirror as well. And then I move on to the landing area, which has all the mom's creative items in, which she is already like a level, I think she's like a level 8 of knitting, and there's quite a bit of things that she can make. I love how they can make their own stuff now. That's really exciting, and I know that pack's been out forever, but I'm finally getting to kind of play with it, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, here it is. I put in pretty much one of everything that came with it. I get both of these bookcases, well, this like bookcase and this desk, and then these two desks I like put together to make one big desk, and they like to sit here, and Devin does his homework on here, and then the dad is also right now he's in the education career, so he's like listed as a student teacher, or like a secondary teacher, and he sits there and he like grades his papers and stuff, and then she does knitting, and then she likes to teach the kids how to knit as well there. But here I am moving on to Elise's bedroom. I really loved this bed, and I tried so hard to get it to work in this room, but this room was so tiny that I just couldn't. So I ended up switching the bed out, and then I put a desk right beside it. But this is a new lamp that came with the update. I love the way that looks. It is definitely modern, but it really gives a lot of light off too. So I do keep that. I just put it on the desk, and I moved the desk where the end table is now, and then just put a smaller bed. But I tried to put some pictures and basically, just like a high school girls room is what I wanted it to feel like. That she's kind of like, she's getting ready to go to university. So we'll be packing up a lot of the stuff to take with us, I imagine. But I get a guitar in here. She does have a pretty high guitar skill. She likes to play guitar. And then I put this little turtle. I thought that her mom had made that for her. So she'll definitely be taking that to university with her as a comfort. And I just put some poofs and some pillows on the floor as well. And a bookcase because she loves to read. So she's got her own like little reading corner up here. I should have put some of those like twinkly lights. I think that would be really comforting to have those twinkly lights up there, and then have her sit and read. But she does sit up there and read quite often. I love the way her room turned out. And then here I am just doing the outside landscape. And I went the longest time with that bush on the left not pressed all the way up against the fence, and I didn't realize that for the longest time, but I do realize it and I do fix it before I finish the build. So it kind of was throwing me off there for a little bit, but I do realize that it's not where it should go. And then I need to get better with my terrain paint as well because it seems very harsh. I need to definitely work on the color of my terrain paint. I need to get better at that. But I'm just adding some trees around, which it is fall time, and I love how the trees and the bushes all change colors because it is fall. I love the way that it does that. And I wanted it to seem pretty kept up, but kind of not kept up at the same time. So there is some tall grass by the trees and like areas that are hard to get, some wildflowers. And then, but for the most part, it is pretty like clean and decent on the outside. I do put some activities out here, which, like I said, I do get a basketball goal out the front here, kind of like in the walkway up. And then, I do get a swing set and then that water balloon, like bucket where you can play like water balloon fights. But here I am just lighting up the front entryway, which I end up removing one set of those lights. I thought it would be a little bit too much, but I do take those out, and then I think I move on to the back of the house a little bit, and then I'll come back up to the front. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm working on the front porch now. I get a couple rocking chairs and a little end table with a little plant on it. It took me a little bit to find what I wanted to put on this table. I just could not decide, but I ended up going with a plant. And then on the right side, I put two of like the wooden benches that go with it. But I keep finding random things in the buy catalog that I've like missed or forgot about. And so you'll see me go back and put things in the house. And then here I am adding the dog stuff, which you will have to move that dog little play box like with his toys because they can't get through by the couch. So when I was play testing it, that will need to be moved. If you download this house off of the gallery, which my gallery is just bethysims YT, and you can find all my builds if you want to download this, but that will need to be moved because they can't get around the couch. But everything else works really well, and I've had no issues with it so far. I thought I was going to put a rug out here on the front, but I ended up taking that off and not using a rug. I thought it'd be fun to do this seasons one where you can change the holidays, but I decided not to. And then I get a little planter over here in the corner by those wooden benches. And then I am adding some lights, and then I'm going to move on to the back of the house, just making sure that the lights look good and I didn't need any more. But I do get a grill out here on the back, and then a little patio table with an umbrella that they can sit at. I figured they'd had a lot of summer meals out here as a family. I do get some planting boxes. I thought that the mom might be into gardening of some sort. I don't know if it'd be like vegetables or flowers. I do put a flower arranging table out here as well. I just see her as being like someone that loves crafty stuff and gardening and making sure her family has a nice home. I just see her as very well-rounded in that area. I do put a telescope out here, which Elise likes to use a lot, so that's always really fun to use as well. And then I put this little table with some clutter items on it to go beside the grill. And then I move on to the activities as far as like the basketball goal and the swing set, which I always think these are really fun to have, which all their kids are pretty much grown up now, so they're not going to get much use, but I figured it would still be fun to have as like something that they played with when they were growing up. I am really excited to be playing with Elise in the university Let's Play. You guys will have to let me know if you have any suggestions for her and what we should do once we get to university. But I'm really excited to be playing with her. She seems like such a cool sim. And then I'm just finishing up decorating out here. And then it's almost going to be pretty well the end of the build. Oh, but yes, there I do get the clothesline out here just in case something breaks, which I did not put a wash bucket if the washer breaks, but we can always purchase that later if needed, or we can just replace or repair the washing machine. But there's the basketball goal. I love that it's in the front of the house. I don't know why I don't see a lot of basketball goals put in the front of the house, but I love the way that it looks. And then I'm placing the swing set, and then that's going to be all for this build. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm super happy to be back, and I cannot wait to start this Let's Play with Elise, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye!